I just don't know if my fan.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 179. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
Weekly watch Project Power.
Project Mother Freaking Power. Had a pretty decent cast on it for a Netflix film, right?
Yeah, they spent a lot of money.
Yeah, you could tell.
Now, when I watched it on Sunday on Netflix, and it was It was in the top 10, number 4 all week. Yeah, 85 million.
Wow.
Since it came out, it's been top 10 viewed.
It makes sense though, because I mean, I'm glad that Netflix is putting up what they need to put up to get films like this that would I mean, would you say that Netflix falls comfortably between like theatrical and made for TV releases?
Yeah, because this kind of, this is not something I'd probably want to go to the theater to see, but I'd want to see it.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch it, but
yeah,
it's like that. It's that tier of film that's like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Like Brick Mansion. I'm thinking like Brick Mansion. Not even Fast and Furious. Like Brick Mansions. Like
last big movie they did with fucking Thor in it.
Like the type of people we're not would go watch this movie.
In the theater,
yeah.
Very interesting concept that I really enjoyed.
My grandfather actually liked it. I didn't expect him to. He don't fuck with anything sci-fi.
Right.
I mean, like.
Yeah. Well, it's like they took the idea of Limitless.
Yeah.
And like cranked it up to 11. You know what I mean? In a good kind of way where it's like you never know what power you're going to get or what you have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that idea of randomness was a great addition, and also the way that they were taking like animal DNA,
pretty cool,
and basing the stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't really magical. It was just like they went Jurassic Park on people.
Yeah,
on some super soldiers.
Yeah, and I like the 2 hours long. So the first half of the movie, you get the girl and Jamie Foxx is kind of developing their relationship, and
what's
then
his name?
Yeah, and you kind of see what old Joseph Gordon-Levitt's up to, and then the second half of the movie is like they get together, and shit starts getting real, like real crazy. I kind of like the way it was paced out like that.
Yeah,
where
good pacing.
Yeah, because it's like these two people kind of came together on a technicality almost. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like it was a forced relationship that they had, but it was one of those like forced for the greater goods. They don't see eye to eye on the situation. They do agree that this shit's bad, but their methods are completely different. You got a ex-military experimented on. He's fucking wrecking people, like just fucking them.
Trying to get his daughter back.
Yeah, he's fucking on people, and then you got the cop that's like, I'll beat somebody. Yeah, I'll beat somebody's ass if I have to. But
what he said, he's like, I need to get some more of these, what they call it, power or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to get some more, and she's like, aren't you a cop? And he's like, I'm just trying to level the playing field.
Yeah.
Everybody else is taking it.
I mean, it makes sense though, especially since he knows what his power is.
Pretty much bulletproof.
Yeah, and strong,
Paid for a cop.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'd
probably put this movie right beside Bright.
Yeah.
I like the first guy we see with the power. We see old MGK.
Yeah, with this fire.
Kelly's the pusher. One of the cool things that I liked about that is when he caught on fire, like the house started catching on fire with him when he was running through it, and I was like, oh, they normally don't do that. Like
Yeah.
You'll have a fire guy walking around somewhere and nothing fucking burns. Like,
Yeah.
but that was some of the CGI they were talking about with him. I like how he had that hole that he could drop through,
Yeah.
and that was his like fire hole.
Yeah.
Could run out if he caught on fire. Couldn't burn anything down there.
Well, and it also adds that element of like, most of the time it's very fantasy. Like having a power is this great thing and all this stuff. And they really show you the dark side of like the after effects of having these powers. Like, MGK burning up, and then the ice chick freezing to death. And it's like your body's not supposed to be able to do that. So you're pushing the boundaries of your body, which is going to leave these effects and these scars. And it's like I was talking to Adam about it last night, I think, and I was like, that one dude in the club took that thing and he straight hulked out. You know what I mean? So what's going to be the ramification of that process? Like he's going to be fucked up when he goes back to normal size. Is his skin going to be stretched out?
Everything's gonna be scar tissue.
Yeah.
And he had a special pill. Y'all saw it. It was like in that thing.
Yeah.
I think he knew, like, because they were working on the new line of pills where you could pick the power in the pill.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to sell, and they were using everybody to beta test.
Well, using that dude's daughter, because she's the one that's like
got all the powers, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born of the Force.
Yeah.
So he had that one special pill, and he's like, if I ever get in some shit, cracked open that little necklace,
Yeah.
I like the way, though, when they would crack it, you could see it start to swirl in there and stuff. You could hear it gear up.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool when you see it go down their throat.
Yeah, it was. They did a lot of good with this, and it's like, all right, well, I kind of want to see more.
They kind of set it up to where they could do it.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But I mean, would you want to tarnish that feeling with more though? Like, isn't that the good feeling you get from a good one and done?
Well, if they bring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jamie Foxx back, and possibly the little girl,
they have to.
And they're like, it gets out of hand.
If they get another cool story together.
Well, and the way that I would write it is it gets out of hand, it gets into like worldwide circulation, and they're like, we're going to go and shut the factory down. Like, we're going to cut the head off of it. Because even though, they found that ship on fire and they got the girl and everything, you got to think that wasn't the big boss,
well,
the final boss. Yeah, so it's like...
They're always going to be looking for the girl.
Yeah.
But they already have what they need. Like,
yeah, they've got her DNA.
There's some shit in her freezer somewhere.
Yeah.
Wasn't on that ship, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I think considering this wasn't a AAA film, it wasn't like it was what it was, and it did a great job for Netflix. I just don't think it. I don't know. I have to disagree.
I'm not sitting here saying it needs one, but the way it ended, I was like, okay, everybody's like Bright, dude. Bright didn't really need one, but I think they're making another one, right?
Yeah, I mean, viewership talks these days.
Yeah.
Well, if they pull good numbers and they're like, all right, let's do another one.
Well, and the reason why, and we talked about this when we did that episode, but I think the reason why a Bright sequel would work is because they kind of
deeper into the world.
Yeah, they kind of expanded into the world, but they didn't go deep enough. If you set a sequel to this film where everybody has these pills, everybody has powers, and maybe they've made it to where you can take them one time and you have those powers, and like it turns into this whole corrupt system of like it's kind of like the way they're doing with mutants. Yeah.
Well, they obviously embedded, if there was a sequel, they embedded the next step, and it would be, okay, now we're gonna have to fight people that can select what they want.
Yeah, the new pill.
And so,
well,
I mean,
remember in the movie too, they were talking about, they were working on like finding a way to where you would have these powers and not need a pill and keep the powers.
Yeah.
You take something one time and you've got it.
Yeah, that was the end game.
That was going to be the next step, and they were going to use, because the girl had it all the time. She didn't have to take anything. So.
Yeah, and they
that
could
would
breed.
Be fucked up.
Well, and it would breed, a whole world of like basically genetically altered people because just like the girl, once you start sleeping, and reproducing, then they're gonna.
This movie could have fared well as a solo Hydra-centric film in the MCU.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like replace the pills with Loki with the Tesseract they were working on.
Yeah,
because that's how they gave us our Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and clearly other people.
yeah,
Like the whole time, I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. Like whenever it cuts to like dude from Westworld, the cartel guy,
yeah.
the one making the sales pitch and shit. The whole time, once it finally got to that part of the movie, I'm like, okay, now they're dealing with Hydra.
That's what I recognize him from. Westworld.
I always remember him for shooting up that tavern to a ragtime version of Paint It Black.
Yeah.
When I saw his face, I was like, I know that guy from familiar.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they had Casey Neistat, the YouTuber, in it.
the leading lady.
I recognize her too. Who was that?
I don't remember her from anything, but I was just gonna say though, like she gave a good performance.
Yeah.
Normally the I'm not gonna talk street smart kid is usually copy paste in every film.
Yeah.
But
the
like
little black girl.
Yeah, like she was believable. You wanted her to see it through.
And she had bars.
She didn't become the trope that her character typically is.
Yeah. Was you expecting her to
I was expecting, what was that movie about Ed Helms and the little kid?
Coffee and Kareem.
I was expecting a Kareem performance the whole fucking movie, the whole like, I'm gonna do something stupid and ridiculous. It's just gonna make the situation worse.
She was kind of the backbone of the whole situation. Dude. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I didn't expect her to be that good.
Was you expecting her to take a pill?
At some point.
Yeah. And you kind of felt sorry for her,
Well, I mean, it's one of those points where when they take a gray area in a film, like selling drugs and stuff like that, because, some films, unless they're, hood movies that are like, this is about the struggle, getting by, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like most of the time, a movie, it'll have a stance on it. You know what I mean? Either for or against. And with this one, it was like, yeah, she's peddling these power pills, and
her mom needs surgery.
But it's
doing it for I like that speech he gave her when he said you can't play the I'm a kid card anymore. He gave that up when you start selling drugs.
Yeah, you on the street.
Like, what would you consider her? Would you consider would you label her under lawful evil? Like she'll steal for a greater good, like breaking into a vet and stealing medicine, but it's because your dog's about to fucking die.
Yeah.
No, I see that.
I knew he was gonna leave her more money than what she asked for.
It was a fuck ton too, dude.
And the can of soup, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking Jamie Foxx was just gonna be straight up Terminator the whole movie, dude. Like, I've rolled up, I've got the chick. All right, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do like I thought, because I didn't. We went into this one cold pretty much, which was refreshing. Normally we go into some of these movies that deal with some supernatural ability, and we kind of already know a good bit of history and kind of set our own expectation level. And with this one, it wasn't like that.
Yeah. Well, and in the trailer, they didn't show a lot.
Yeah, no. I was expecting once they showed Levitt show up and he turns into fucking stone face and takes a bullet to the head, you're like, all right, we've got our hero. And it's going to be through the perspective of this kid. And so you've got Levitt as the hero. And then whenever, when Jamie Foxx's character shows up and starts doing his thing and roasting marshmallows in the hood, like,
yeah,
I'm like, okay, he's gonna be our villain. He's gonna be the T-1000 coming after her, you know.
Yeah.
And they made him look like a bad guy because the cop gave him that picture. But then you're like, oh, he's dirty. He's in with them.
He's sticky, dude.
They got him in their pocket.
Yeah, there wasn't any
on water.
Why wasn't there anybody that turned sticky in the movie? You'd think that'd be a cool power to do some, like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I was aiming for a joke, but then I was like, that would actually be a pretty cool sequence. Like, you have somebody in there, you have like a whole like squad of cops.
Sticky bandits.
They're about to fucking, open fire on a motherfucker. He takes the pill, and then what does he turn into? Just this fucking crazy eldritch looking thing that's like sticky. It's like the way you like, when you get those little 25-cent putty balls you can get when you were a kid, and if you ever let that thing be in a car just a little bit too long, and you open it and it just sort of oozes out, and you see it's sticky, man. It's fucking peeling itself off, like some sort of blob, maybe it's just because I'm still saturated by Elastigirl from fucking Doom Patrol, but like a blob top thing.
That's what I thought of when you said that.
Yeah, same. I don't want to change the subject too much, but speaking of Doom Patrol real quick, I watched that episode earlier where Larry was doing the dreams and he was meeting up with that dude at the hotel, and then at the end of the episode he goes and meets him in person. I was like, damn, this is some sad ass shit right here. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting it to hit me like it did. You know what I mean?
Speaking of some sad ass shit, my wife's got me watching Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all already watched this shit?
I saw the first season, like 2018 when it came out.
Adam knows exactly what I'm talking about. But like, there's this fucking shot where Daniel goes to Miyagi's grave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you when it happens because you need to just be like in the zone on it, and then it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
But dude, he's sitting there talking to Miyagi. It's at a point where he's like fucking, kind of he's lost his way again and all this shit. And at first you're like, oh, all right, this is sad. This is the only way you can do it, yada, yada, yada. But then he kneels down, Griffin, and I know you watch Karate Kid just as much as me and Adam and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone our age grew up watching those movies. Dude, when he pulls out some scissors, dude, and starts trimming the bonsai bush that's around his grave, and he's just talking to Miyagi just like almost like a scene out of the original where they're sitting there talking, and he's fucking giving him the life lessons and shit.
Yeah,
it fucking destroyed me.
Right.
That's tearing up, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh man, I wasn't hiding it, dude. It was fucking. I was a fucking mess.
Damn.
Like, I watched Karate Kid a fuck ton as a kid, man. It was one of those movies I've never been like, oh, dude, Star Wars, this Karate Kid. But like, that was one of the movies in rotation as a kid, man.
Yeah.
Like, every few months, you fucking go listen to Daniel-san, wax on, wax off, and all that shit. And it was so crazy how watching that first few episodes, how quick every memory of the movies just came flooding back.
Right.
So when because like I remember because my kids had watched it too, and I'd stepped out and was like, so I just saw that episode, yada yada, and they were like, okay, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they don't get it, dude. Have they seen the original?
Yeah,
they just didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, man. So it was a case of the nostalgia goggles like getting punched into my face, like.
Ain't the same, and that'll come along with age.
Yeah.
Losing people.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out though, for real.
I think they got 2 seasons up now. It took them a while to get that second one.
It's entertaining, way more entertaining than it should be.
Right.
But I didn't mean to digress that far off track. But
no, you're fine.
That was an honorable mention for sure, because that was a good bit of film footage, whatever you want to call it, cinema, whatever. Like that whole it was well shot,
Yeah.
It traveling feels.
Oh, dude, like a fucking swan kick, man.
Damn, hang on.
Was there any bad lieutenant decisions in Project Power?
Was
Selling
it him getting
power.
involved in the project? Because that's kind of where, he got him. He was in the military and they were testing. So the military started it.
Yeah.
And they were testing shit on people. And then, like that speech he was giving the guy about the shrimp.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what power I got? And then it cut to that dude taking his handcuffs off, like, getting the pill.
Yeah.
Bad lieutenant decisions, I'm not sure. But what I did learn is, one, that first character you see, or Newt, didn't know that was Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondly, he would not be a fantastic member of the Fantastic Four.
Oh.
It would be a much different. He needs to go be in the Josh Trank movie.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be in it?
Nah, like no. Josh Trank was that one that came out recently that had a lot of studio meddling, and it was gonna kind of have an eerie body horror feel to it instead of like, oh, we went through a portal, we've changed, we're great.
That was the CGI I was talking about, the effects that they did on his fireman, which was pretty cool.
Dude, yeah.
And when he had him in the bathtub, and it was cracking his skin, he was like, you'd see his skin crack and like.
It was so well.
OD'd.
It was so well shot in that scene when dude's got him down in the tub, and like dude still. I liked how like when it was showing you that like fire is weak to water, like when we're getting that whole spiel, like he would walk, but like you would see parts of his, but he'd still start igniting up, like it wasn't
the floor
going
was catching on fire.
And so the shot that I thought was badass was when Jamie Foxx is just beating his fucking head in that tub, and he's being like, "Tell me who this, that, whatever." His face stays uneaten by the flames long enough to go, I ain't saying shit, and it just goes back to it. I thought that was a cool shot and cool like smooth editing of like the CGI over it and everything.
MOD was cool. He took a hand for it because he knew that 5 minutes wasn't gonna last, so he's like, "I'll take a few of them."
We had to get our obligatory someone can't control their power.
They show us right off. That was the
we had to have our explosion. Yeah,
this movie got right into it, man. And when it went off, I was like, perfect. Hey, didn't need to be any longer than that. It just kept rolling.
Yeah,
good pace.
How funny was that scene whenever he shows up to girl's house and he sees that van out
bathroom?
There? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He said, "You telling me that a white man can't be with a black woman?"
Get the phone, get the camera, and they started filming it. You're live right now.
Yeah, great way to flip that shit.
That shit was fucking great.
And she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" She's like, "No, don't worry. Where's your badge? Yeah, where's the badge? Where's the warrant?"
Yeah. Is there a cat in here?
Another scene I thought was good too was the scene like because there's a lot of scenes where you're like, I've seen this scene done before. Like you have the characters and the situation, like the kidnapping sequence with Fox and Dominique. I think that's the actress's name.
Yeah.
It's when he kidnaps her and he's got her in the back of his truck, closed up the tailgate, threw down the hatch, and she's sitting there fucking beating it. And he's just like, "Look, you're gonna have to chill the fuck out, and we're gonna talk, and then we're gonna do this, that, and the other." And he raises it up, and she's fucking swinging that wrench, and he takes the shit, throws it, slams it back down. He's like, "All right, listen, we're not fucking done."
Well, then he told her, he looked at that pill bottle, he said, "I'm about to go fucking kill Irene."
Yeah.
At this address, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna kill her.
Yeah, like fuck you and fuck this. Let's get this over. Like it was a well written way of going. Let's get this whole shit over with so we can keep moving with our plot area,
Yeah.
And it still took her a minute. She didn't want to team up with him.
Yeah, and it was in that point in the film where you still weren't sure on dude's motives. So in a weird way, it had its hard, like not really hard to watch, but it gave you that irky feeling when you see that's some real shit, like somebody getting kidnapped, and the whole run, like
a kid.
Yeah, like realistic shit like that will always be creepier than, say, fucking Whitey on the Moon scene from Lovecraft Country. Like it's gonna always have a more realistic fear factor than some supernatural shit.
When I was watching it with my grandfather, because I have to keep filling him in because he doesn't watch movies like I do. So he's like, "Why is that happening?
Very
What's
simple
that?"
plot.
You know, and I'm over here like, "Hey, it's this. They're this. Cops fucking dirty. I mean the damn whatever he was, the captain. He's working with the suits. Like, come on." But whenever he texts the girl and she replied, "Let's meet up," and he said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a church and a chicken emoji." And he's like, "What the?" He's like, and I said, "Church is chicken, man. Come on, like,
get it together."
A few minutes later, he sat in there all day.
Yeah.
Like
all day. I was like, "Come on, dude."
It's funny. It's funny that you bring up that your pop couldn't decipher some of those small details in a movie. I've noticed that a lot of people above a certain age group, I'm not going to slap a label on what age, but there is because my father has the same problems.
Yeah. Well, they just don't pay attention to details.
Yeah.
Here was the number one detail. And I said something to Griffin. I know you caught this, Trav. Whenever she goes down there and gets the daughter, and they're leaving, there's a dead plant. And when they walk by, she puts her hand on the counter. She's like, "I need a minute." And the plant comes back to life. I looked at him and I said, "She's going to heal somebody at the end of this. Somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
And she's going to bring them back to life." And he said, "What makes you think that?" And I said, "You didn't see what she just did to the plant? Like they're putting little stuff in there for you."
Yeah. But usually when you see some
he's like,
some
"No, I don't watch movies like
shit
that."
like that. Normally when you see that, you're like, all right, there's the Deus Ex of the film.
You can heal. Yeah. Whenever she was healing her dad, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's over here like, "Can you heal a gunshot? I mean, shit, I've been bleeding out for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't say shit."
Only if it causes her duress, Adam.
I thought that was cool too, how in the drug phone that he had, everyone that he had saved in the contacts were emojis.
Yeah.
And they would talk in code.
Yeah.
The pill, and they would, it was always emojis, never words.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's clever there, man.
When he had her phone and he started trying to communicate her, I'm like, all right, she's going to sniff this out. This is why we saw the shot of the emojis and everything. Yeah. And she kind of did, because she was very sus whenever he was like, "Can we meet?" Yeah. And she's like, "Whoa."
Well, he said, "Where?" Right? And she sent the thing. And what time? She's like, "The same time we always meet." And it's like,
yeah, come on, girl.
But she had to get the pills because she needed money. And she needed to get her mom's pills for the script, so.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it. Didn't even realize it now. But in hindsight, because I was saying I was thinking he was going to be straight Terminator. I think it's the dirt bike.
Yeah.
John Connor vibes.
When he pulled up on it, he's like, "It's yours." He stole it out of the impound.
He fucked those kids up too.
Yeah.
He's like, "Take it. I want to see what happens." Yeah. I was like, "Damn, this motherfucker."
Got the balls,
That was a good moment of oh my god, where the dialogue is explaining shit.
Yeah, they were laying it out for you.
Where he's like, people take those things and they don't know what they're gonna get. They could this, that, like it gives you
You already know what's up. That was what that pacing was good.
The word's leaving me, but you know what I mean.
I mean, we've seen movies like this, kinda, and this just have really bad pacing. It's like, they needed to. Yeah. They just need to be faster.
It's all these types of movies tend to really slow down at the third act, and you get that third act boredom, and that's when the nap time tries to kick in.
You're like, this movie.
That's when you're nodding off. You're like, all right, nothing else is happening. Now we're gonna get the part where it's like, scene after scene of like, "I love you, baby, but I have to go." And she's like, "If you go, I won't be here when you get back," and that type of shit,
Yeah. No, I liked it, man. I mean, it was.
I liked it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
The three did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was great. The little girl was great, and I don't think she's been in a lot of stuff.
Well, replace the power pill with virtually any kind of drug, and you have a classic. You have a classic detective story, kinda like, or a drug movie. I don't know any other way to put it.
Yeah.
So it was a good. People are fleshing out the comic book formula to where they've realized, and I mean, people have been. I mean, they've this has been brought up, a lot for years. But take a genre and craft the contents around that instead of it being, all right, well, he has powers, they have powers, let's blow the city up for like 30 minutes.
Jamie Foxx did a good job too, man.
As
always.
Oh yeah,
he did great. Yeah, that girl's been in a little bit of stuff. She's been acting since 2004. Nothing that we would have watched.
No. Well,
let me ask y'all this though: did y'all like? Because it did kind of have that Limitless feel.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it more than you liked Limitless?
It's too different.
It is different, but Limitless it was slower.
It was slower, but I love the context of Limitless a lot more than this.
Limitless.
I like the idea that it was just really high grade speed that got him fucking figuring.
Really good Adderall.
Yeah. Whereas this one has that
it's power.
It's X-Men in a capsule.
Yeah.
Action, crime, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I give it a star, dude. I liked it.
You give it a full pill?
I give it a full pill, dude. Yeah.
Twisting it? Activate
if it gets 3, we activate it.
Okay.
And then it gets a fucking Project Power pill.
How dare you give us an incentive to give this thing a full?
If you didn't like it,
I'm kidding.
But I do go with that. Like, I'm not over here like, oh, they need to make another one for bet, But I think they will. Just the way it left, the fact that it's been in top 10 since it came out at number 4.
I mean,
a lot of people watch Netflix, y'all. Like,
is it me,
or does it happening?
Or does it feel like this film amongst the three of us just ended up being a pleasant surprise?
Dude. I didn't think I was gonna like it, man.
I mean,
I really
didn't. I mean, with that being said, Adam Griffin, did you where was your expectation bar set? Like, did you keep it neutral, or did you kind of hype yourself up, or were you just like, nah, just do it for the pod,
I kept it pretty neutral because I'm like, well, you've got, first of all, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Jamie Foxx don't do shit that they don't personally
especially
like,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. So with them two involved in it, I'm like, okay, so they both believe in the movie, but I don't want to push it. I don't want to
overhype it.
Yeah.
Well, and you know they believed in it because it was a Netflix movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I get my expectations was right in the middle because I'm like, well, it's a Netflix movie, but it's got these guys in it, but it's on Netflix, but and it just kind of went back and forth. So for me personally, it was a pleasant surprise because it does exactly what an action film is supposed to do. You tune in and you tune the fuck out for 2 hours, and you enjoy the ride.
That was something else. Like we gotta get a lot of times when back in the day, this is several years ago, when a movie was going straight to VOD, like, dude, when we see those trailers, it's like DirecTV Studios presents. We're like, oh, yeah, this probably ain't gonna be good. So there's that thing around that, but Netflix, they're fucking doing it right, man. They've changed it. They got The Irishman, you can't just look at it like it's probably gonna be cheesy because it's going straight to VOD.
Yeah.
But they don't even want it in the theaters. They want the exclusive right. They fucking hired these people, put the movie out, put a lot of money in.
Yeah.
And that's great.
When you were younger, Griff, because I know you've said that you've dabbled in Netflix all the way back to the mail-in disc
DVD days.
era.
Yes.
With that being said, do you think that at this point now, or like, how am I wording it? Would you have ever assumed that this mail-in DVD company would be putting out content, producing their own films, having, you know.
No, but I will say this. So,
like, there wasn't a moment where you were like, "This is the goddamn future."
Well, I'll tell you when I had that moment. So, being a Netflix user for that long, we got beta access to Netflix's streaming service.
Yeah.
And
got in early.
Yeah, and I watched it on the computer. You know, it's like watching something on the computer. And then Xbox got an app for it. And since we had the account and everything, I was one of the first people that I knew that got on Netflix and was watching stuff. And I preached to people. This was back in the day where the only way to add stuff to your streaming queue was to go on the website, add it to the queue on the website. That way it showed up on the app. You know,
I remember that the first free trial I had. That's how it worked. You had to go navigate the website.
It was DVDs.
It was one of those things where I tried the trial and then just, you know, I wasn't gonna subscribe.
Yeah,
so
you just go to Blockbuster because back then there was no original content.
Yeah.
Anything you could get through Netflix, you could get at the movie. So like.
Yeah, but I remember having a conversation not long after that with my dad's friend that watches all the laser discs, and we were having a conversation. I'm like, "Have you tried Netflix?" He's like, "Nah," because he's still on like he has been, and he was still on like, "Well, I'll just get it and I'll burn it or put it on a hard drive or something and watch it." And I'm like, I understand, but this is the future. I said, because this is going to be where media is going to go to. And I still think that we're in that transition period to where media is going to continue to go that way, to the point where you're going to get AAA fucking titles, like big blockbuster, millions and millions and millions of dollars that's going to be released into streaming service. And like, this is just another stepping stone to get there.
Yeah.
I think we're further in the door than I think than you might think, Griff. Because I mean, look at it this way, now you can, like, now that there's so many other services, and all these other services are starting to ramp up this stuff, and granted, coronavirus,
a lot of it's got to do with the virus.
I hope I don't get us fucking
we're
censored or some shit from that. No, but because of COVID and everything, I feel like it's accelerated it, because now you get on there and you drop $30 and you can rent Mulan or whatever new Disney films coming out. And I feel like after they get their total numbers with the Mulan thing, I don't know how that's going or if it's currently ongoing.
It'll be big.
But I think that's going to set the tone for them being like, all right, well, at least the movies that were scheduled to have theatrical releases in 2020, they're going to hit this Disney Plus, or even with Netflix, maybe they'll have something down the road eventually.
Well, they may even rake in more money than they would have if they put it out in the theater and be like, oh shit, like, well, this is
next level.
You can go back 100 episodes ago at least, and we're like, please just put it in the theater for a few weeks and then let me have it at home, dude.
And then now that's a fucking reality.
It sucks what took, you know what I mean? Like,
it took
we had to
really
go through
awful
COVID
thing to happen.
But go ahead and throw your stars down and finish Griffin. I don't think you finished yours. I got some more to say about it, but I want y'all to finish up.
Well, I'm gonna give it a star, and to me, I'm gonna hit this real quick. The coolest scene in the film to me was when they shot the action sequence from inside that
fucking CIA fucking thing.
Yeah, that
CIA
fucking
has one.
Yeah, that tank that they put that bitch in.
So it wasn't hurt anyone.
It's a really awesome low budget way of filming an action sequence.
Yeah. And as she was crawling through the fogged up glass, you could just see him whipping ass, dude. And every now and then the guy would slam up against it.
Yeah.
Go back. When I was sitting there, I was like, that's cool, man. That's a cool
good
shot.
idea. Yeah. But yeah, I'm giving it a full star, because I mean it really exceeded my expectations, and like I liked it personally better than Bright. I'm not hating on Bride or anything, but they laid the groundwork. They're like, here's the pills. 6 months later, or 6 weeks later, whatever, shit's getting out of hand, and here's everything. Bride, it's like I wanted more of the world. I wanted more of like the explanation of everything, and we didn't really get that as much. But this was a signed, sealed, and packaged. So full star.
I'm gonna give it a full star, but I'm gonna have an asterisk by it. If this movie gets a fucking sequel, it will go to a half star. Because I think it needs to be a one and done. It shouldn't be.
Can't take back on
it shouldn't be the start of a series.
Let me say this to you before you say that. So the guy that wrote the movie, someone wrote it and 2 other guys directed it, right? So the guy that wrote the movie did Paranormal Activity 3 and 4. He directed those. He didn't write them, he directed them. But the guy that wrote it he was a writer on that Catfish TV show.
Are you
and that's
serious?
the only thing he's written other than this, right?
Well, wow.
And the guys that directed it was a team. They directed the Catfish show, and that's the only thing they got under their belt. That's it. They did a fucking stupid-ass TV show on fucking like MTV
and
or
then
something.
went to a small screen blockbuster.
And went to this. And then here's something else, guys. And I think this movie got them this. They're doing Mega Man.
Are you serious?
That guy's going to write it, and the other 2 guys are going to direct it.
I'll have it.
Yeah. So that's when you see, like, when you go look at, because when you got somebody that's put out some bangers, and then they drop something, you're like, come on, man. And dude, but these guys, this is like their first like big movie, and I can't even believe they let them do it.
Yeah.
But those guys work close together. They're like, I guess they're buddies because everything they've done it together. But Mega Man, that's their next project.
Well, it makes for a good relationship. So
yeah.
Like,
good on them though. Like Clerks was Kevin Smith's first movie.
I don't necessarily
look at this.
I don't necessarily think they should take the tone from Project Power, obviously, because Mega Man is badass sci-fi, but in an almost not whimsical, but it's like if they take their pacing of this movie, and apply it with some sort of like make it almost not lighthearted, not too much lighthearted like Sonic, but in that vein a little bit, and we could have a fucking great family adventure movie, action, sci-fi, whatever, out of Mega Man. Like I think it would be because like I mean the idea of them, it almost like falls into their lap in a way because the way they utilize the power in Project Power or whatever. Imagine that, but you have more focused sequences where they're going to deal with like Cutman or any of the other enemies and stuff to get to Dr. Wily,
Right. And then he gets their power and,
I just thought that was a cool little tidbit to add on.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
That's their first movie, dude. And that's pretty good first movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good proof of concept. Here's what we can do with a CGI budget. Here's what we can do with a budget.
Here's what we can do with $85 million.
With a budget and with good actors.
Yeah.
So good on them. I can't wait to see.
And I mean having Fox and Levitt under their director
that helped. When they locked those in, they were like, "We got it. We got it."
Well, also when they go to sit down with whatever actor to go, all right, man. So you're gonna have a gun for a hand this whole fucking movie. You're gonna wear a helmet and armor. Like giving the actor the spiel of Mega Man, and then they go, yeah, well, and they look at their last film or what have you, and they're like, okay, they worked with them. All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that too. That's some. I mean, I didn't even know that was happening. If I didn't watch this movie, I wouldn't know that until a damn trailer comes out.
That's some hidden news. Yeah, I wouldn't have that would have been a crazy trailer drop You know, like
yeah, there's no date on it, but it's been announced that they're doing it. It's confirmed.
something like Mega Man needs to be slow and steady wins the race on that, because you could have another Mario Brothers on your hand.
Well, you know, they got Jamie Foxx and they got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but they also gave that other little girl a shot at a good role, so people can see, like, because all of the stuff she's done is like TV, and you know, it ain't nothing like small roles, and she fucking did it, man. She'll be a good actress.
So this is her big outing as
this is a big movie for her.
Position.
That's everything else was like small role. I mean, she was playing the lead character pretty much. Like
when your name and face is on the poster, that's a good role to have.
Her name is Dominique Fishback.
Change
Robin
it
in the movie, yeah.
I for some reason I could see her doing some Doctor Who shit. Like while she's still at her age, like I think she could pull another, like a mix between Martha Jones and Donna, like the almost kind of like, you know.
Yeah. See, she's gonna be in that Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for that. It was kind of it's like a Black Panther kind of movie. You know what I mean, like real Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, not that one, but and it's got the guy from
like the Nation of Islam, Black Panther.
Yeah, it's got the guy from Us in it, not Us. Get Out that I was talking about. The trailer looks pretty good, but she's in it. And that's her next movie after this one.
The lead from Get Out.
So that the guy in the hat that was like, "Fucking run, motherfucker," you know? Like,
oh, okay.
I think it's the lead too. I can't tell because he looks so different, but so she's gonna be in that movie and probably have a pretty good role. So that I think this Project Power is gonna help her, and I think she did a great job.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, check it out. It was good. It's on Netflix. I know you got Netflix. You know.
It gets the coveted real pill.
The real pill, dude.
Hell yeah.
Grab your cone and clutch.
Yeah, for real.
I was over here like, red pill? He's like, nah, motherfucker, real pill. We headed into movie news?
No.
We got stopped by Lovecraft Country first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Trav, you watched the last half and the new one?
All
okay.
Right.
I'm caught the fuck
Let's
up,
talk
man.
about episode 2 that we were like, shit, shit came to light, dude.
Yeah, what did you think?
Love the Whitey's on the Mood sequence.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
I thought, like...
Dude, you had no idea it was going there, though, did you?
No, man. No. Well, I knew that, like, here's the point where the episode pivots. Literally. Chicks talking to dude, and then they start getting all lovey-dovey.
Mm-hmm.
Then it pulls out the window, goes to the other side of the fucking mansion.
Yep.
And there's homeboy fighting a fucking, Korean.
His girlfriend that called him. Also, the same girl in the first episode that comes down out of the ship. That like pink or purple girl or blue. What color was she? That's the same girl.
What'd you guys think of? I openly laughed out loud when they fucking go out there and they like his dad is crawled up out of the ground.
What y'all motherfuckers doing here?
He's like, I can save myself, mother. I just wait for him to go because I don't know if you know.
That's Chalky White, dude.
You realize this. Yeah, I was waiting for him to go. I'm tired of this shit.
That's Chalky White from Boardwalk Empire.
Fucking Chalky wasn't having the rescue mission. Like you ain't saving
seems
Chalky.
Like a little bit of an asshole.
Chalky only saves himself. No, but
I mean that second episode though, it fucking wraps everything up with a bow on top, right?
Well, I love the idea of the son of Adam. They creating a cult around it. This whole cult, clearly went to Hogwarts.
Clearly. What about the dinner sequence?
He was feeding him his fucking liver.
No, the best part was when homeboy stood up and was like,
"Get the fuck out!
Get the fuck out!" Yeah.
He said, "Last time I checked, I'm a part of this family." So
he's like, I read y'all's I read your little book, which was that fucking little guide when he was down there when they were still exploring the place.
Yeah.
That book that was Order of the Ancient Dawn. That's
Yeah.
what he was referring to. He read all that shit.
There's people that think he left with a Necronomicon, but
well, they brought it. Well, it kind of gets like
they mentioned it.
Yeah, when the dude was trying to explain to Chalky when he's like, man, this book, blah blah blah, and he's like, about the light. He's like, no, the Necronomicon. And dude's like, no, that's about the dead. It's about the living.
I thought that was a chick that brought it up.
No, I was Uncle. That was Uncle George and fucking
Chalky.
Yeah, I hate that.
He's Chalky White, dude.
I only remember Uncle George because I want Uncle George to be my uncle.
Man, dude, at the end of that episode, that shit was so goddamn sad, y'all.
Oh, dude,
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
When an actor knows how to cry,
oh man,
they can fucking steal a scene.
Dude, he was crying like he watched somebody die before.
Yeah.
He did what Andrew Lincoln tried to do when his wife died.
Yeah.
That was good, man.
He's good.
He's gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
And the girl's great.
Yeah, I love her, dude.
They give her a little more time to shine that third episode, but
yeah.
That's why we were telling you last week when you were like, well, this is happening. It's like, oh man, just new shit's come to light, dude.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why, the way that they're playing on the whole race thing, it kind of works in because this motherfucking rich dude had sex with the slave.
Yeah.
And had a kid, and that's why it's all tied in. Like it's just.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, all right. What we're doing here.
I like that. Apparently, the cult, that cult is gonna have, like, that's gonna be the people that's poking on them throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, which blew my mind because how the fuck was she even still alive?
Well, she wasn't allowed to be there when they were doing the ceremony.
Yeah,
she was a woman, so she had to fuck off.
Yeah.
Wonder what that had to be like oh, I wonder what's going on at the place, and it's just rubble. It just slowly falls to the ground.
How cool was that scene?
It went straight Indiana Jones, man.
It was. Oh, that's like a great example.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way down to the damn Boulder Run, man.
When that like portal opened up, and he was looking through it at his like grandmother.
Yeah.
I really liked how when he's sitting there and fucking the Tesla coils are all fucking going ham and shit, and that archway opens up, and I don't know what it is, but one of the coolest CGI things that they figured out how to do is show vegetation like rapidly growing and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You see it in so much shit, dude, but I never get tired of the visual.
No.
And when you see like the vines and like the leaves and everything sprouting around it, like Garden of Eden level shit, like it starts like forming around the ground and all that stuff. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
And then you find out when Unc is dancing with dude's mom, Chalky White's wife.
Yeah.
They had a thing back in the day. You find out that Uncle probably ain't your uncle, dude. He might be your dad. Probably is your dad. Like,
yeah.
Which may be why Chalky White had this. He's gonna be Chalky White for the next 10 episodes.
Well, they clearly want you. They clearly wanted you.
I think that's why he had. Maybe he was an asshole when the kid was.
Well,
he was mean to him. Like,
well, think about it. The main character and Uncle George. They have the same. Like, they probably sat down and was like, look, the underlying theme here is that he's really your dad.
Yeah.
And so, like, y'all share, like, make yourself seem more relatable, more like, that kind of thing. We're going to build it as like just you taking confidence in your uncle and your family and everything.
He doesn't know that.
Because his mannerisms and behavior is more like Uncle George than Chalky's.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him too.
They are fucking opposites,
Let's get into that third episode.
Yes. So I loved, and I was talking to Adam about this last night. So I love how they took the lore of Lovecraft and they injected into this as stuff that happened before. And like years and years before, and it has, you know, these like ramifications to it in the present. What would be the present time of the show? Like the reanimator stuff, and that being like the ghosts or whatever, and it being like, you know, they found body parts, and there was some crazy shit going on, and this, that, and the other. It was fucking genius. And then like her coming back to life, she don't know if it's like her getting fucked with because of that, or if it,
right.
Yeah. So that third episode was great, and it really does show you, you know, a lot of the racial tension. So at the same time, you're like, well, is it the white people fucking with them? Until like, you know, you see things here and there, like when she's in bed,
Yeah,
and
that girl,
that
comes up with the fucked up jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy, dude. Pulls the blanket off of her, and she pulls it back up.
Yeah.
Come in looking like Brightburn.
Yeah. Well, that episode was one of the best haunted stories I've seen in like everything, even film. Just the way that they did it. They bring in Cleo. Call me now, you know?
Yeah.
They bring her in.
Cut that goat, and I was like, are they gonna show this? And it did a tight shot on that goat's neck. And I was like, this shit ain't gonna work. I thought this one was crazy. Oh, dude.
Yeah. She was right.
That shit worked.
And I really liked it. You know, and the tension between her and her sister, and then, you know, she got the inheritance or whatever. She said it was from her mom, but it was actually, you know, from that group, and like all this other crazy. Yeah.
Earl sent it to her.
Yeah.
I know you guys had about a week to dwell on the
episode 2?
Second episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, man, coming in right out of that second
earlier,
episode,
right?
yeah, like coming in right out of the second episode, and then that, I will say it was a little jarring.
Yeah.
Like this
you
this
didn't
show,
expect
I
them
feel
to leave there and go back to Chicago.
Yeah, to me, the show, I feel like it's gonna be hard to binge. Like you're gonna want to watch a couple episodes, take a break,
see now
come back.
We're up.
Yeah.
Next week we're on the next one.
The time jump, what the fuck? It's a fucking hour in this house. What the fuck am I? You know why? You know, we just got out of some cultist shit. Man, this is a slow burn. You know, but it ramped itself back up, and
you in?
And I mean, yeah, I'm in. I'm still skeptical.
Oh, you're in.
I'm still skeptical, but I'm gonna keep my expectations low. That way, when shit pops off, like the fucking ritual sequence in episode 2, like that's the shit I want to see. Not necessarily like bound by the racial tendencies and stuff, but just like evil cult trying to do some evil shit, and they're gonna do it by any means necessary. Like that's what I've thought of the fucking Cthulhu style Lovecraft story shit going on is gonna be like, all right, we're gonna deal with some, and they're delivering with it. So I'm just gonna keep riding the wave.
At the end of that, she was telling them like, you got to make your own spells.
Yeah.
And we got to find those pages. The house y'all that she bought is connected to the guy that had the pages, and.
Yeah.
When that elevator went down at the end, I thought that was really cool how the camera they left and it went, and you could see like that spell shit.
Yeah,
cracks and shit. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck's happening?"
Well, like his ancestor clearly like fucking threw some shit the fuck down, because she brought up the fact that his ancestor put his spells in a safe. Rigged to some crazy shit, like ain't nobody fucking with that, you know?
Yeah.
But they're looking for those missing pages because they need them to.
Yeah.
I think the main character, what's his name?
Atticus.
I think he's the one that can like make this happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
kind of like the same way with the ritual down at the mansion. Like
they couldn't do it, but he could, and it didn't kill him. They thought it was gonna kill him, dude.
Like
but it killed everyone but him.
Oh,
and
when
he
it turned
walked
the
out of that
fucking,
bitch
it turned the
untouched.
leader into stone. That was crazy.
It's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see where they go with it. I
Yeah,
like how your
I'm
dog's
in.
watching you. Funny. But shit, it's gonna get weird. I like how you got this like dude in the 50s in Chicago doing some like Joseph Mengele shit. We
Yeah,
got to talk about the basketball player with the baby head. You know, that shit got weird at the end, and then they all came in. See, the way they spun it, dude, it's like, okay, all these people that died here, they're haunting the house.
yeah,
And then when the spirit went into Miss Cleo,
yeah,
it went into him, and it started doing that face shit.
yeah,
Get out of my house, bitch. You know, and it was the fucking doctor.
yeah,
He was the one causing all that shit.
yeah.
And all the spirits came together
And got rid of it.
said, "Be gone," you know.
Yeah,
And then they
I
just
like.
gone. That was cool, dude.
Yeah,
They threw me for a loop. I had no idea. Like his spirit was the one.
yeah.
That was cool.
It was. I like how she was in there like developing photos, and she saw
let him
those
down,
eyes, and it made that face, and it popped up out of
and
the
that was
ground.
his face.
Yeah,
When you think about it now, it was like his face without hair.
yeah.
Get out of my house, bitch. And he was doing that. Y'all remember he was fucking exquisite acting?
Yeah.
My house, bitch. Like,
The true question that I had about the episode, Trav, was how did he not know that she was a virgin?
Beyond me.
that was my
seems
biggest
like you'd
question.
know.
Yeah.
Because he was straight railing on her, dude. You know what I'm saying? He was, dude. He was doing the, like.
Oh,
Hitting
you
her
mean
with a meat stick.
he was straight up like.
He was railing, dude.
This is
Yeah.
Raylan.
And then
Raylan Jennings.
it just seems like you know. The
Yeah.
first time you know, and it was like, oh shit, what happened? Done peeled the skin off my shit, you know?
Yeah. It was, but no, man, it's so far so good, and I'm glad that it's like it's taking you so many different places and showing you a lot of the lore and stuff from Lovecraft. So I'm like, what's next?
3 episodes.
Yeah,
2
and it's
was,
yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
whoa. But then the third one, it's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next, dude?
Well, I think it's going to be one of them things where it's like every other episode is going to be like a huge revelation
New
to the
shit's come to
story.
light.
Yeah, because it's like the first episode, they had to introduce, all the characters, get all of them to where they
Let you
needed to
know the
go.
vibe of the time period.
Yeah. And then the second episode, they hit you. This last episode, you see the relationship with old girl and her sister. You see that he's like wanting to go back to Florida. The Uncle George's wife is going through a grieving process. Like you get all this kind of character development with some crazy shit going on. And then I think that next episode is going to be they're going to go try to get them pages.
And they got
And yeah, and that's going to be some crazy fucking Lovecraft.
The chick's not gonna leave them alone until they do it. So she's there
Yeah.
to make sure. She bought that business.
Yeah.
That little storefront, she was giving that money. She said, the money's in your account. I think you should get your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
He started closing the blinds. And then we saw, like, what that power was. When the car parked and it hit and went over, like, she can't be harmed.
Yeah.
And her dad had the same energy, but the ritual fucked him up. Just, it went past that.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like it, man.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think the chick, they gotta, you want them to end up together, right? I mean, they gotta be together. Like that's.
He would be a fool not to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, she's fucking.
Like a dime piece.
Yeah, I mean, damn, dude. Bounce a quarter off of it. Anyway. But before we do the some movie news, we do need to touch on the terrible thing that has happened this past weekend.
Oh man.
Black Panther himself, Chadwick Boseman, suffered from cancer.
Nobody knew.
Nobody.
Except for close friends and family.
Yeah. And he was like, what, 42 years old?
42, 43, something like that.
And he was in that movie where he played, wasn't that 42? It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So I know that, the movies are going to be fine. The cinematic universe is going to be fine. But like this dude came into Black Panther and just knocked it out of the park. And like, I know we didn't review Black Panther.
I think we should watch it at some point. We didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. But we talked about Black Panther because I went to the movies and, it was what it was, but it meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this dude, I mean, he knocked it out of the park. And then all the stuff that he did since then, I mean,
going and visiting the kids that were sick.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a camera there when he did it.
No.
He went and did it a lot. He would go and surprise people that were sick and dying, and nobody knew this shit. And what's sad, man, was I saw there's a lot of stuff on Twitter, and you see the post where he went live on Instagram a while back, and he looked sick, y'all.
Yeah.
He looked real sick. His bones were popping out. I mean, he lost like a lot of weight, and people on Instagram were making fun of him. And it's like, you don't know what somebody's going through, man.
No.
You don't know. And then you see all those posts where he was like, hey, be happy to live. Like, it's another day. Get up and get out there. Like,
yeah.
He had a lot of posts like that. And he knew. And I think that Marvel, they knew, like, it's iffy on if this dude's going to make it or not. Because he was at stage 3 when he was doing Black Panther.
Right.
And then he went to stage 4 and passed away. But they knew. So I think that's why they set it up in a way where when he passed it on, was like, I'm going to leave for a little while. It was like, okay, they just in case, they got to work it in.
Yeah.
But that shit's sad, man.
It is.
Real sad. 2020 has been a shitty year, dude.
It has. And, I mean, it sucks that we lost a great because just the guy's potential. I mean, get him in with if he could have got in with Tarantino or Scorsese or like any of these legendary filmmakers, because he had the chops, dude.
Yeah. And he was getting there where he got his recognition for being a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's over.
Yeah.
That was sad.
It's a bummer, man. But I mean, he's in a better place.
The whole world came together on that, though. Everybody was sad about
it. Yeah. And I mean, you didn't hear anything bad about the dude. You know what I mean? He was just a good dude. And
I saw Joe Rogan cry talking about him on he was doing a video podcast with like another podcast.
Yeah.
And when they brought it up, he started talking about the guy and meeting him and the stuff, and he started crying, man.
I mean,
brought Joe Rogan to tears, dude. The only thing I've ever seen Joe Rogan cry about was his dog that died. That he had for 20 years.
He meant a lot to a lot of people. And it sucks that he's gone, but he's in a better place now.
Never know what people are
going. Yeah. So,
man.
I know, but
we gotta watch Black Panther at some point, guys. I'm not saying we do that next week, but we gotta watch it.
Yeah. I'm down with it because I haven't watched it since it came out.
I haven't seen it at all, so
yeah,
I'm podlocked on it.
I mean, it's not bad, dude.
He was great in the other movies.
Yeah, so
man, Wakanda forever, dude.
Wakanda forever.
It's cool that he got to do a movie like that. I remember when it came out, how everyone was like, they got their first like black superhero.
Yeah.
And then the time that we're in right now, it was just a weird thing to happen, man.
Yeah.
Yep. R.I.P.
Well, I got a couple of movie news things here that I'm gonna hit and run real quick with them. Fresh Prince is getting a reunion, Trav.
Trav, did you like the Fresh Prince growing up?
Yeah, man.
I think we all did,
So,
right? That was like universal there.
Yeah.
PBS.
So HBO Max, Nick at Night. You know what I'm saying?
Nick at Night. Yeah, dude. Running the full season almost in one night.
Yeah, right. So HBO Max is bringing together Will Smith, Alfonso Ribeiro, Tatiana Lee, Karen Parsons, Daphne Maxwell Reed, and DJ Jazzy Jeff for an unscripted special set to film on September the 10th, 30 years after the show's first episode premiered. The special is expected to hit the streaming platform at the end of November. And I'm interested to watch it, man, because I'm watching. I mean, it was one of those, it was a show that was on in the early 90s and it was always on. And then whenever I got older, it was always on somewhere.
Well, now it's on Netflix, right? It was. They had it on Netflix at one point. I don't know if it's still on there, but I remember my little cousin, man, Clay, he's like 22 now. And he was watching fucking Fresh Prince, dude. And I was like, oh shit, dude.
Well,
and he was like, he burned through all of it.
Yeah.
It holds up.
It does.
The only downside to this is, no Uncle Phil.
Yeah, that's the biggest bummer.
That's the bummer, dude.
He was my favorite character.
Oh, man. Growing up, dude, you just like want Uncle Phil to be your dad or something.
Yeah. He had it, man.
And he was like, he would always have you'd have those episodes where he was just like, Will. Yeah. But he fucking loved him, man. He was just trying to straighten him out.
Yeah. But
that shit's sad, but I can't wait to watch it.
Well, I'm sure they're going to do some type of memorial for him. And
they may even be coming together because he passed away.
Yeah.
That'd be a good story, dude.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a good way to send him off, and it's unscripted, so you're going to get genuine reactions from these people.
I think that's what they're going to do, man.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does. So.
He was just, as a bigger part of that show as Will Smith.
Yeah.
When you say Uncle Phil, people know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil, man,
Everywhere.
But that's awesome.
Yeah. And so next we've got Tom Cruise. All right, they're making Mission Impossible 7.
Of course
right?
they are.
It says Tom Cruise does not believe in half measures when it comes to making films. The actor is currently filming Mission Impossible 7, and according to a report by the Daily Mail, Cruise has hired a $500,000 cruise ship for the cast and crew of the movie while filming in Norway to protect against infection.
He's paying this out of pocket?
Yeah. Yeah. The number one Yeah, right. The number one priority for big budget Hollywood productions is keeping cast and crew isolated from general public as much as possible. And it seems Tom Cruise has taken the ultimate step in ensuring social distancing by keeping the people working on Mission Impossible 7 on a ship while filming continues. Apart from keeping away from land as much as possible, the crew also has to undergo daily testing to catch any cases of infection before they can spread. The MI7 team were given special permission to resume filming in Norway when most other foreign visitors are banned because of the local business that the film brings with it. Apart from striving to adhere to social distancing rules, the shooting for the movie continues at a steady pace. Photos surfaced from a recent shoot that the movie, which showed Tom Cruise doing a motorcycle stunt, strapped to wires as he rode a bike off a giant ramp 500 feet in the air. And then I
actually watched this video they're going to talk about in the next part.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise went to a theater with a mask on and watched Tenet from start to finish in the theater with people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had a little clip of it, and they put it online, and I was like, that's cool, man, because he was just showing support for Tenet.
Yeah.
This is awesome, dude. I think Tom Cruise is a pretty cool dude. I know he's been labeled as crazy.
Yeah, but
I mean, dude, how many movies you think they'll do? 10?
no, it says in the report here that Mission Impossible 7 is said to be the second to last film in the franchise that will have Cruise in the lead, and is split into a two-parter that will serve as the final swan song for Super Agent Ethan Hunt. It is thus not surprising that Cruise is pulling out all stops for making sure the film is completed as quickly and efficiently as possible, even if it requires renting an entire ship for the duration of filming.
Which can't be cheap.
We're thinking magnum opus here. Like, is this going to be Tom Cruise's, like, his idea? Like, he knows that regardless of what films he's ever done, all this stuff, at the end of the day, he's going to be Mission Impossible guy.
Well, the Mission Impossible franchise is huge.
Yeah.
We all remember that dun, 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 where he dropped down the wires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that fucking train sequence in the first movie.
And then when they played on it in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's pop culture, dude.
Yeah.
Good on him, dude. So they're gonna do this. So 7's gonna be split into 2.
It's going to be 7 and 8, and that's going to be it for him as Ethan Hunt. And they'll probably recast like James Bond, and then keep it. So it's the U.S. version of James Bond.
Yeah, pretty much. That's our James Bond.
Yeah, so.
And Tom Cruise has pretty much been in every movie.
Yeah,
Wait, dude. Wait. When? 1996, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has been playing fucking Mission Impossible. Dude, that's so long ago.
Yeah.
96, 2000, 2006, 2011, 2015, 2018, 2021, 2022. Wow, dude. A decade, man. This motherfucker has played this character.
96 to 2022. That's a long fucking stretch.
It is, dude.
I mean,
to play one character.
And think of all the other movies he played in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Les Grossman.
Yeah.
Dude, that is 26 years.
Yeah.
That's our James Bond. And I'm all right with it, man.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He does his own stunt. Dude, you remember the scene where he's hanging off the plane?
Yeah.
This is better than The Mummy, though. When they did the Mummy shit, it's like, dude, get back to Mission Impossible, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's hanging his hat up on it.
Well, I think he's
ready to pass it on. It's been 26 years. That's when the last one comes out. 2022, that's 26 years.
And that's
made a shitload of money.
Yeah, so.
That's awesome.
Next up, we've got The New Mutants scores $7 million opening domestically. They opened in theaters this weekend with an impressive $7 million opening. The comic book movie is one of the first notable releases of 2020 to actually open in theaters. It has been estimated that only 62% of North American theaters are now open, which excludes major cities like New York and LA. Though more theaters are likely to open up next weekend to prepare for Tenet, which is currently open internationally.
Yeah. Reviews are out, gentlemen.
Yes. So it says here
it's got an 82% already. Google users.
For The New Mutants?
Yep.
I mean, I'm ready for it.
Oh, we're watching it, dude.
Yeah.
We've been banking on this shit for like 3 years. Like.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
New Mutants.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it's cool. I was just gonna say it's cool that, like, I mean, I wish that they would have just sent it, to streaming service, this, that, and the other. But it's cool that it's making a little bit of money.
In a time like this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like 20 to 30 million's a good opening weekend.
Yeah.
But when you look at like it says 62%.
Yeah.
So we're not even running on. That's good for the amount of theaters we have. That's damn good. That's.
Yeah.
If we were at 100%, it would have been way more. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, and that's not counting major markets because, like they said, New York and LA is not. They don't have any theaters open, so it's like
any big city, Chicago,
yeah,
like any really big city, Atlanta.
yeah, Detroit.
This is like out the sticks. Do they even have theaters there? I'm just kidding. But it dropped in France. Oh, so it did drop overseas too.
Right.
The budget was $100 million. They'll get their money back, dude. And the reviews coming in. Now we know we always say fuck you to Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb. Yeah. Here's a new one. Facebook has a score.
Oh, okay.
That must be something new, which has got a 4.1 out of 5.
Okay.
So it's got 82%. I usually go by that Google users.
Yeah.
Because anyone that's signed in to Chrome can come on here and leave a review.
Right.
And right now it's at 82%.
Right.
Which is pretty good. I don't know how many reviews, but
yeah,
there's a lot here.
Yeah. So I'm interested to watch it, but it was just a breath of fresh air, in these bleak times that it's released and it's actually making money,
And us doing a movie podcast, we want movies to come out.
Yeah.
We need movies.
Yeah.
We could watch an old one, but we've been waiting on this motherfucker for a minute.
Yeah. It feels like 10 years.
Yeah.
I know it hasn't been that long, but it feels like 10 fucking years now. So, and this last little tidbit, I'm not going to read anything on it. I'm just going to drop it in general, and we should watch it.
What are you dropping? Oh, this. Now, here's the thing. I don't remember who said it, but was it you, Griffin, that said it had a 7 vibe? Yeah, dude, you said it. Okay. Because when I saw that thing, I was like, someone said that recently, and I couldn't remember. Did we talk about that on the last podcast after we watched it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We watched the trailer. It does. It had a 7 vibe. Let's check it out.
And just see how crazy
I say we watch it right now.
I'm ready.
I'm going to mute you guys. Wait, I'll go over here. I can do this over here.
That's fine. I mean, whenever I saw this pop up in the news, I had to say,
"Oh, you had to. You had to fucking come on, like you called it, man."
It's crazy how every time that we have a thought or an opinion, it makes a fucking news article somewhere.
We're all connected, dude.
And we don't get any kind of recognition, even though we said it a week ago. You know what I mean?
Everyone's connected. If you have an idea, somebody else is gonna have that idea too. Like
yeah, but still, man,
it's weird the way that works.
Yeah.
But you did call it a week ago, and they put this up on the 26th. You said it before this was put up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, on the 25th.
Yeah.
What if they listen to the podcast? Hey, fucking
motherfuckers. Hey, fuckhead.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna come over there and kickstart your fucking head.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready? You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
You ready, Griffin?
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. They put them side by side? Oh, they're doing it. All right, let's see. We'll figure this out. Oh shit. Dude, the sound from this one matches that one.
Yeah.
Oh. The audio lines up. Look at that, dude. That's... What?
Yeah.
Have you already watched this?
Yeah.
Dude. Dude. Dude, this is like too much.
Shot for shot.
Whoever cut this is a big fan of 7. But the trailer was great. So,
yeah.
Look at the car, dude. This is too much. Look at that, dude. What? It lines up Whoa. Is that Dr. Cox? Dude, it lined up with his bullets.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's great, though. That trailer's great. Dude, what? Oh, it doubled. But look, here's the thing, dude. Whoever made that trailer, y'all, there's no way that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the shit just doesn't line up like that. There's no way.
Yeah.
Dude, is it the same movie, Edgar?
What if it was?
Is there
7
any
is
way
one of
to...
my
I don't even think...
favorite.
What's in the box, dude?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
That trailer, that was like Ruddy Mysterious over here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, especially like certain scenes, like the one where the car was driving by, and it's like on the other screen, it's like there's cars going the same way.
Yeah.
Almost the same shot.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is a long-running fan theory that 7 takes place in Gotham before Batman.
I mean,
Hey, man. When you said that, though, you're not sitting there like remembering the trailer for 7.
no.
But you're like, this looks like 7 trailer. Like, you know, and it's like, dude.
Well, I remember the
Yeah.
feel that I got from watching 7.
Mm.
Real dark.
Dark.
Real
Gritty.
kind of, yeah. And like that whole detective thing, it just like lined up perfect. You know what I mean? And in my head, I'm like, this has a 7 feel, but with a superhero instead of a detective. You know, like, I mean, a detective, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
That was awesome, dude.
I had to
It
drop
lined
that.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
What we doing
But
now? What we got?
I'm ready
That's
for
all the movie
trailers.
news on trailers.
I mean, a lot of
Dropped a
the
bunch of trailers.
it's kind of dry on the movie news because fandom, DC just had.
They annihilated everyone
Yeah, so
in their path.
yeah. So we've got a couple trailers here. I'm excited to watch them.
Yeah, I saw her. There was no trailers in here a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to have to go here and find some trailers. And I was in the store. And my phone was going crazy. And I looked down. It was like, I was like, oh, shit, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Trailers coming in. But here's what I do. I don't know if it's what you do. I go to YouTube. I type in movie trailers. And I hit this week.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Anything I see that I didn't see, bam.
Yeah.
That Batman trailer's fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I'm
excited to see that Batman movie. And
yeah.
after watching The Lighthouse, any kind of Robert Pattinson,
Anything?
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about it.
No.
Let me post my comment. What's our first one?
Professor. I don't know anything about it, but I'm excited.
Possessor. Here we go. I mean, somebody's getting possessed. Doug. Y'all two better get up. Y'all gonna get possessed for work. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Trav?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Something in the way. I love it, dude. Turn this up. Up that thumbnail. Uh-oh. What?
Oh, is this the Cell remake or something?
Is it? What are you doing down here? Elon Musk?
All right. He's going to die by the end of it. Lord
What's
Eddard
up with that?
Stark.
Oh, yeah, they're going into the mine, dude. Called it, Trav. Sale, dude. The Nero link. I recognize this guy. And that guy. Sure. That mask looks like that thing from Star Wars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It looks intense, man. That does not look like a turd.
No.
It doesn't look like a turd. But I am interested.
It looks very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, it's motherfucker from fucking. I knew it. I was like, that's the dude from fucking Lord of the Rings, dude. Hell yeah. Come on with it. That don't look bad.
It doesn't look bad.
The trailer didn't give much away. I saw a bunch of scenes, but I'm like,
Yeah, what's happening? What happened here?
what's happening?
Yeah. I don't know. This next trailer is a comedy, but you know. They misspelled the title. It's supposed to be Piss Off I Love You, but it's Piss Of I Love
I
You.
was trying, my nose was bleeding.
Yeah, so
I
you
was sitting
know.
here like, that can't be right, can it? Don't make sense.
So I'm good to go.
Thumb up for the trailer, thumb down for not being able to spell the word off
They got excited, dude.
in a hurry.
Yeah.
Ready, Trav?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. iPhone. British. Back off. They might be Welch. Yeah, I think this is Welch. Back off. Oh, it's London. That's what she said. What's she wearing? British humor is strong with this one.
Oh.
You fucking cunt. When they were making the trailer, they were like, that's our title.
Yeah.
Piss off. Mm-hmm. She's like some kind of. She's louder with Crowder over here in the UK, you know?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Freedom.
I thought he said Britain.
He went Braveheart.
Britain! It's off. Oh, gotta fuck with it. They don't hold guns like that. Saw a YouTube video where one of those guards punched a dude.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Next, we got a horror come play. It's going to be some weird possession shit, I guarantee.
What I like about the thumbnail, like we can't see that thing back there. They put an arrow on it just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case you don't know. What is she doing to that kid? Is she pegging that kid?
I was about to say the movie's top suggests it's just going to show her like making mouth bubbles for like 2 minutes.
What do they call them? Raspberries?
Yeah, something like that. But with, you know.
Here's one thing I will say, y'all, though. When they make horror movies with kids in them, it's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like that, you know, Pet Cemetery and shit. The kid shit is always like.
But
here's where it started, dude.
Like,
here's where it started. The Sixth Sense. The kid, he's like, "Hey, let me show you where my dad keeps his gun." And he turned around in the back of his head. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah.
I watched that shit when it came out, dude, and I was a little kid, because that was like 96 or something, 97. It was a long time ago, and I remember watching that movie and being like, this is fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Why are you letting me watch this? I wouldn't let my kids watch it. My mom was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
It's like, shut up. You'll appreciate not being spoiled for the next, spoiled of the film for the next 20 years.
You'll appreciate not being sheltered one day.
Yeah.
You know? Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
So this is a woman pegging a kid with Slender Man watching. Heard.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, play. What was it called? Come play. Little Slender Man vibe. Oh, yeah.
Where every
we got
kid
the fucked up kid that's drawing weird shit. Because he doesn't speak.
It's autistic.
Dude. All right. Oh, he's going to see some shit. Yeah, that's the weird. Dude, because it puts it on a face. He's got one of those little talk buddies.
Yeah.
That was creepy. Mm-mm. This might be a cool idea, though.
Yeah.
It's different. It's the haunting movie, but the kid, like, is autistic and doesn't speak. This is different. Nope. Oh, shit, dude. Hearing those bones pop?
Yeah.
Just wants a friend, dude. That's a chick from Community. Looks like her. Oh! Fuck that filter. That looks like the chick from Community, the blonde girl.
The true story
it is her.
of
It's her.
Spider-Man.
Dude, hearing its bones popping, that's creepy. He just wants a friend, dude. That's her, dude, for sure. 100%.
Oh, it doesn't look terrible.
No. That's a different idea.
Yeah, it is.
There's a kid, it's haunted, but he's autistic.
Yeah.
Remember I Am Sam? Went home empty-handed. He went home empty-handed. Don't go full autistic. What we got next?
Halloween. This is another horror movie. Halloween Party. This looks like a high school,
Slasher?
Yeah, maybe. I just watched the first couple of seconds to see
Just
if I'd
enough
seen.
to see if you'd watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
So,
ready.
yeah,
What's that, a Canadian flag?
It
Oh, it
is.
looks like that.
They're a bunch of hosers.
Yeah. Oga hoser. Ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, they're Canadian. It's like that Death Clock app.
Yeah.
Got a little Sherlock Holmes on our hands here. He's simping, though. He's in the friend zone.
Vaginal spiders.
When you type that in, it comes true.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'd be like, $1 million. That was a cool shot. That kid's hair. Chad. They have Chads in Canada?
They gotta have Chads in Canada, dude. There's Chads everywhere. It's either Chads or Chesses.
Dangling Chads?
Yeah. Dangling Chads or fucking tipsy Chesses. I don't know. Next, we got a sci-fi time loop. Number one comment: if I could go back in time, I wouldn't watch this trailer. That makes me want to watch it that much more.
If I agree, I'll
roasted.
Y'all ready?
Sure.
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop it. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Got a SWAT board. Working out some shit. It's a foreign, dude.
Yeah.
Him? You'll get sick, man, if you're in the same room with yourself. You'll start farting and shit.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible, you know.
Doorman.
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
All caps.
And it's got dude from The Professional in it as well. I'm pretty sure.
Why did they put him in the title?
Well,
I
you
don't know
know.
what the fuck Ruby Rose is. Y'all?
That chick that looks like Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Doorman. She does look like Justin Bieber. Whoa, shit. She's a badass, though. She's a little bit hotter than Bieber. Like Bieber with tits, dude. They're having a pint.
Waiting for it to all blow over.
Get a different haircut.
That's her style, dude.
Oh, it's got The Professional in it. You just said that. I like him. He's a good villain.
Yeah.
Breaking in, heist. He's like, where's the lesbian?
I'm looking for the lesbian.
He's like kicking ass in here, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized this is Batgirl.
Yeah.
Or Batwoman. It's a bloody Rembrandt.
Okay.
Where's the handbasket, lady? I'm gonna call your bluff. I'm gonna eat you up. I'm the kind of movie that gets put with this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a straight to, you know.
On-demand movie.
Yeah, so.
Straight to pass.
This next trailer, I dropped it because of the first 5 seconds, and you'll see why.
Huh? Comment. Screen it. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh, shit. I'm in. Does he have a tail? They doing coke?
I think so.
Look, it's dude. Like an accent. I recognize that dude. Him.
Yeah.
This looks like a silly goose time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only unless they give us.
Just these two guys that are like, wait a minute.
If these guys make a Christ movie or whatever, we need to see a clip in it at the end or whatever. You know what I mean? Like what their version of the finished product is.
It looks like Please Be Kind Rewind. Yeah, it kind of has that feel to it. Yeah.
Wedged right in there.
But it looks funny though. I mean, even if it is like a Christian movie, like it still
but they
looks.
were like smoking pot writing the script for it.
I think
the only
it's going to
reason
be.
they're doing it is because they know they can make money.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be like the big turnaround is like they find Jesus and. You know what I mean? Like that's going to be the.
He shows up. He's like,
this is not cool.
Sons.
Yeah. Giveth me the.
Hits the joint. It's Black Jesus.
Next, we got Hosts, another horror plot. A father with a dark secret unknowingly invites a demonic entity disguised as his neighbor into his home to enjoy Christmas dinner with his family.
Do we really need 2 minutes and 30 of that?
We're watching it.
Nah,
I bet the trailer's a minute
we'll watch
and a half.
it so they don't have to.
Yeah, let's go. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Retro.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah.
Host. If they don't play Pink House by John Mellencamp, they're fucking up. I was born in a small town. It's another British film. The only people that can shoot movies right now. It's fucking what?
Macklemore?
It's not him, but it looks like him. He's like, I want to look like Macklemore in this movie, and they were like, blonde hair.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Old TV.
Laughing at a table for no context. Whoa.
McLagore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. If you paid for sex, it'd be a Mackla whore.
Oh, it's a McLagore, dude.
Is this like slasher poltergeist?
Something like that.
Ew. We got some cum play going on in this one too.
What are you wearing? Oh, okay.
Whoa.
They're like aliens, dude. They're aliens.
Yo.
Sure.
The whole fucking glowing face and eyes makes me think of the Tommy Knockers. And that bitch has had the same blood splatter this whole trailer, dude.
Hang on.
She hasn't found a sink yet.
Horror mystery. That movie is 57 minutes long.
Is it?
It is. I just looked at the IMDb.
A short film.
That's random as fuck.
The host. Just hosting things. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Aragorn.
Whenever I think host, I think send my friends invites and I'll host the game. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only the party leader can host.
This trailer doesn't have any comments but mine.
I mean, the reason I dropped
it's on there.
It's Viggo Mortensen.
It amazes me how it doesn't have. More hits. I saw him in a thumbnail.
He's the king, man.
Now I think
The
of
true
Vigo.
king
I think
of
of
Condor.
On the Road, and I think of his ribs.
Yeah.
And how sad that goddamn movie was, and it didn't want to call my dad.
Yeah.
I always think of the stairwell rape scene in History of Violence.
That's a great underrated film.
With a very weird rape scene.
Yeah. The whole movie was weird, but it was very underrated, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Rape scene. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Watch it. Yeah, ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
Awards, check. Planes, trains, and Mordor things. Okay.
Oh, shit. Bishop.
A little bit of exquisite acting.
Thank you.
He's straight to the point, ain't he?
Yeah.
This looks like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Got that kind of. It's definitely film festival material.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just got that film festival vibe. Doesn't he look like Christian Bale?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry I brought you into this world so you could die. Damn.
He won't remember.
No.
What are we gonna
Just
watch
like-
next week? This week.
Well, I have 2 honorable mentions.
What you got,
and if
man?
anybody else has got anything,
I ain't
I'm
got
cool.
nothing.
I'm thinking Street Fighter, guys.
Street Fighter.
I'm fucking kidding.
And Mortal Kombat.
I'm just because I
All
just do
three
that
of
every week. I'm thinking Street Fighter, guys.
I'm thinking Power Rangers. So you got a couple honorable mentions?
Well, I got a couple that I was thinking. So one of them has, they both come from the podcast, but one of them has to do with Lovecraft Country.
Uh-huh.
Reanimator.
Haven't seen it.
And the other one comes from the trailer and 7.
Oh, 7?
Yeah.
Well, how about this? We haven't watched. I mean, dude, you keep talking about Reanimator. What are y'all talking about? Have you seen this, Travis?
Yeah, man. I watched this. This one of the movies I watched with my father and my grandpa.
I gotta pull it up and see if I've seen it.
Oh, I'm sure you have, Adam.
Yeah, I'm just not. It had to be. Is it an old movie?
You're gonna see it. It's gonna come flooding back.
Okay.
I'll drop the trailer in the trailers. We'll watch it real quick.
Because I'm not.
It's a fucking classic, man.
Wait, no, that looks familiar.
It's a classic.
But it might have been something that I watched so long ago
Yeah,
It'll be like watching it again for the first time.
Yeah.
A cult classic.
But I'll say this, without even watching the trailer. 1985?
Yeah.
I'm down to watch them both.
I'm just saying, let's watch Repenetrator.
Is that the porn version?
Yeah.
This?
Yep.
Let's watch this trailer.
I'm ready.
Followed by The Sexorcist.
The Sexorcist. You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Warning. This movie's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy. Okay, back when we used to do this, where we had...
Look at that film. Look at that film grain.
I've seen this movie. Yeah. This is a fucking... Hungry. Thing with the animal. The needle. Good job at keeping his dick out of the shot.
Yeah.
What kill means? Oh, he brought him back. I love the... Oh, man. Yeah, dude. I saw that dude's balls. I'm down to watch both of those. We don't have to do them in the same week, though. We could line it up to where we do them.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pod worthy.
Yeah, of
and
course.
So is 7. Y'all want to watch this one first? Then
I'm
move
down.
on to 7 the week after with the episode of Lovecraft? Or how do y'all want to do it? I just thought we would go with this one first, being the older movie. And then watch 7.
Either way is fine with me, man.
Well, I'm not in charge.
Well,
here.
Since we had a few mad trailers, Griffin's revitalizing the trailer section right now. Let's watch this one too. I wanted to revisit these.
Did they remaster them?
Yep.
In 2016, holy shit. I didn't know they did that.
So let's peep this real quick.
I'll leave my comment. Full screen pause. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready, Trav?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. How old is this movie?
Pretty old.
Yeah.
This is where fucking Christopher Nolan got his music from, dude.
Oh shit. Bad Robot really?
got involved.
It looks good.
Right? This looks really good.
I'm already down to watch it.
Motherfucking tall man.
That's creepy. The song's about to begin. 70s?
Yeah.
Being bell bottoms.
Maybe 76.
Linoleum and the wallpaper gave them away for me. Looking for green carpet. Yeah, man. Y'all want to do them in order they came out? Watch all three.
We can. I'm cool with that.
We could watch. I guess this one. This one looks older than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was had to be 70s. The other one was 80s, and then 90 whatever.
You want to kick off? You just want to go ahead and just extend October on, like, start October and September and just work our way through our.
September, there's nothing.
I mean,
so we could get it going early. You know, we get that October feeling coming in early. Like
we're gonna be like the Dollar General aisle.
And then, like, by the time we get to October, we can crack into some other stuff. Hey, what do y'all think about this in October? What do y'all think about that Danny McBride fucking Michael Myers?
I'm down.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm down for you guys to finally watch it, man.
We gotta watch some motherfucking Halloween movies and Halloween this year.
Or how about this? How about we do...
I want to see these three.
How about we do the original Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween, and then this one, and kind of do a triple threat. Was it worth it?
Do we cram those into one? Okay.
No. Like, well, it would be
putting them every week. It's like, do we do that? Well, here's the thing: cool. If we know that we're gonna do those movies, we got plenty of time to watch them. You know what I mean? We put them up, we watch them. I'm gonna watch them in order by the year they came out. Right. That's what I'm going on. Because, you know, effects, graphics. Like, you don't want to watch the newest one and then go back and watch one from fucking 30 years ago. Like,
well, this is all right. So we've got 4 weeks in October, right?
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm thinking. So, like, we could split them up, right?
Okay.
And do Halloween, do Rob Zombie Halloween, do the new Halloween, and then on the last one, I really want to watch Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, because it doesn't have anything to do with Michael Myers.
Dude, and I revisited that a few years ago, man, and I'm telling you, I know some people, I know there's a niche crowd out there that's like, that's their favorite, oddly enough. But, dude, it's such a hard watch.
Really?
It was for me, man. Like, it didn't age well to me.
Right.
Not like the original movies do.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
But I mean, I'm down to podlock it though. Like, you know.
Oh, it's on my list for sure.
Well, I mean, dude, it's Halloween.
Even the military option's always on the table here. Like,
it kind of makes sense that we would watch Halloween movies for Halloween. I mean,
yeah,
that's. Let me go in here and look.
I mean, we resisted for the past 2 years, 3 years.
I don't watch any of them. So, the October the 5th will be one. 12th, the 19th, and the 26th.
My question is, did he just do a follow-up to the first Halloween, or did he do a follow-up to 1 and 2?
Danny McBride?
Yes.
Have you seen it? What is it?
Yeah. I was going to actually...
or I remember seeing you sent me those scenes you were talking about, like where they were at the crazy house.
Yeah.
And so this has got to be after He's locked up.
It's one, and it's after one, and I believe it is immediately following one.
It's got to be because he's locked up.
Yeah. So
and the character's already established.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Michael's already established, so it's not really a remake, but
no, he just picked it up.
It's a retcon for sure, because it completely doesn't acknowledge anything after the first movie, really, first or second one, I think.
Well, what we got to decide right now, because we have time on this.
Yes.
We've got the rest of the month. Do we watch these 3 movies?
Phantasm, 7, and Reanimator?
And I want to go in the order of Phantasm, Reanimator, 7.
I mean,
because if I'm watching them, I want to work my way up to the graphics.
I'm down for those 3 regardless of how we approach Halloween.
These are movies we definitely need to watch, right?
Yeah.
Being a movie podcast. So, y'all want to do that? Go ahead and lock that in. Unless, here's the only thing. If the mutant movie comes up in that week, one of these get pushed back.
Yes.
That's it. Deal with it. You know?
That's the only thing that trumps
stipulation here. Like,
that's our pod audible is the New Mutants right now.
But we'll get them up. Phantasm, Reanimator 7. I'm down on those, man. That's great. That gets us ready for Halloween.
Yeah.
Going into it. September. Do we have some kind of catchy phrase for September?
Spooktember.
Spooktember? Spooktember? Woke-tember. I'm woke.
Set up timber, since we're setting up Halloween.
Yeah.
Wait. Step. Timber, you know?
It's a circle.
But I'm down to watch all of that. Everything that y'all just sent me. Like, I've never seen Wargasm.
How many
bookmarked it?
How many sequels did Reanimator spawn? I know there was a second one.
But are they as good as that one?
Did it achieve a trilogy, Griff? I can't remember.
The only thing I remember from that trailer was the animal that he put the thing in. I remember that for some reason. When I saw that, I was like, I've seen this.
Right.
But it's been a long time ago, dude. I don't remember anything about it. So I haven't watched that while I was an adult.
They did Reanimator in 85, and then in 90 they did Bride of Reanimator, and in 2003 they did Beyond Reanimator.
You see those?
Okay. I didn't see the sequels.
What about you, Griffin?
No.
Are they worth it?
I mean, I think it's a good one and done.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be cheesy, low budget.
Let's see, Beyond Random. Well, that one's
this
movie was 85, and its budget was almost $1 million.
And you got to think, you got to think these movies were going up against.
Yeah.
By then, Nightmare on Elm Street's a full thing. Fucking.
The budget of Beyond Reanimator is $3 million.
Yeah.
And the screenshots I'm seeing here. But it does have an 83%. There's a cult following for these movies.
Yeah.
And they brought back original cast.
Yeah, they brought the guy back.
Jeffrey Combs here. Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought him back. So I'm guessing that's his thing.
I know Phantasm, I believe, went the way of Hellraiser, where there's a ton of sequels, but
so he's in a movie called From Beyond. Is that connected to the series?
I don't know.
Like when you're looking at it, it's like people also searched. It's like From Beyond, and it's some kind of there's a creature guy thing happening. 1986. It was a movie I guess he did right after that one.
Right.
And then The Bride was 1989. What's the score on it? They're all good, dude. That one's got a 90%. We might have to go back later and revisit those.
Yeah.
I mean, we got nothing but time and time to fill, so. But I am down with watching that. Those 3, because we gotta watch 7. That's. But the other 2, like I'm down, because here's the thing: we got those 2. We'll tack on the episode of Lovecraft.
Yes.
I remember when 7 had the same social reaction as The Usual Suspect. It was a movie that when it came out, even though
I feel that even on the way it was shot.
I watched it when I was younger.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out when I was a kid. I watched it with my grandparents and my dad and everything. They did not give a fuck if I was watching R-rated or not.
No, you're not supposed to.
But anyways, now. But I remember, I just remember that was like people wouldn't shut up about 7. It was always like it was a benchmark movie. Like when stuff was coming out, they're like, but compared to 7, Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like, what's in the box?
What's in the box? But I'm down to watch all those. Does that go with y'all? Unless we get unless New Mutants drop. When that drops, whatever we're watching that week, we fucking bail.
Or we brave on it, and if it's within a appropriate time,
do them both.
We'll do a dual episode, man.
Depends on when it drops.
Yeah, I mean, very, very particular.
If we get it a few days before, and we've already watched the other one.
I'm sure off the pod we'll discuss how we'll go about it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan. Well, we're doing it.
That's it for me.
Put it in there. We're out. Keep it real. Keep it rigid.
Count your blessings and take your power pills.